right, as you can see, thanks to the insurrectionists making their way to my moon base, my goon Opticon is still down, so I haven't been able to keep track of the normal lolcows that we like to make fun of on this show. However, we've got a homegrown goon right here amongst the rank and file of Pod Awful's cult, and his name is James Soren Stone. Now, we've had a few episodes about James actually over the years. Something about his mother-in-law having 1.5 arms instead of 2, playing his rap song, his infamously terrible rap song under his rap name Nobel Rain. James is an interesting guy, and James goes to show you, it proves the fact that we don't hate the goons. I like James. James is my friend. I would say James is my friend, and he's a fan of the show. If you don't know James, James is your average white, and I mean white, Christian, and I mean pretends to be Christian because he's conservative, and I mean MAGA all the way. He's an alt-right guy. He's an all-right guy, but he's an alt-right guy as well. And he don't take too kindly to degeneracy. You can be sitting around having a conversation. We'll be in Discord sometimes, podawful.com/Discord, and James will be sitting there, and you can feel it in the air. You're sitting around, you're talking to all your buddies, you're talking about something funny that happened on the internet, you're laughing, you're having a good time, maybe you're even watching a video. And out of nowhere, you feel that droning creep, that shambling sort of, that buildup happens, and out of nowhere, James wants to go, yeah, did you guys see that article about the trans person who went into the bathroom? He's very concerned with the bathroom situations. You know what I'm talking about? Oop, that was the wrong one. How about this one? Nope. This one? Nope. Look what the goddamn insurrectionist did. I should be against James because I know he's on the side of the insurrectionist. He's sitting there. He's terrified of which bathroom you might be going into because he might be going into that same bathroom. And sometimes we're not so sure which bathroom he thinks that is he's supposed to be going into. But James is a pretty normal guy. He's a family man. He's got a wife and he's got children. He's a really nice guy. He's the type of guy who would absolutely fall for an FBI honeypot to buy illegal 3D printed gun modifications that are listed as being wall hangers, but he's very, very familiar with exactly what it is it's going to be modifying once he adds it to his weapons. And yes, the FBI did show up to ask him about this. James is not the most astute guy, despite how extremely online he is and how many articles he reads about the bathrooms. He's forever stuck in one. A bathroom, that is. I'm in the bathroom. Yeah, that's based. James is only concerned with what is based and what isn't. And that's why when what happened recently happened to James, I laughed. And I'm not kidding, the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire goddamn life. I don't know that I've ever experienced something more funny. Now, I want to warn you, it probably requires knowing James to some degree. But if you don't have any idea who James is, don't you worry, because I can help you out. James is the type of guy who will cripple his family by spending his life savings on plate carriers and night vision goggles. Now, has James ever even been in the military? No. That's the type of guy you're dealing with here. He's not a stolen valor guy, but God bless him, he appreciates the troops. He supports them no matter whose children they're killing at the time. Well, as long as they're not white children. Basically, as long as the military is absolutely slaughtering, just ripping the necks of non-white, beautiful non-white children and abroad, and also those troops aren't black, then James is 100% on board for whatever they're up to, okay? And he hates the differently gendered. Now, there is a problem that many of us deal with, not just James. It's something called stolen identity. Have you ever had your identity stolen? It's something you have to be aware of. Well, today's sponsor... No, I'm just kidding. Here's what happened. There's stolen identity. There's also identity theft. There's also mistaken identity. These are two things that could happen to you at a moment's notice, at any time. They could happen to anybody. And probably the type of person that mistaken identity must happen to the most is a trans person. James, recently, for the past few months, has been going through quite an ordeal. And I just found out about this. But he keeps getting emails that go to his email account with his name, but they're clearly meant for somebody else. They're for bank accounts that he did not sign up for. They're for job interviews that he's not going on. I mean, James is the type of guy who milks pee-pee for a living.
You guys gotta pee so I can eat.
That's true. So James didn't need this job interview. He comes from old money. He's getting concerned. He's worried. Is he the victim of identity theft? Then he notices, we call James James. The rest of his friends call him Soren, James Soren Stone. He goes by Soren. And he realizes all of these things are addressed to Soren. And then he notices that there's a phone number in one of these accounts. And somebody from the Pod Awful cult decided to do a little digging to try to help James out because James was absolutely freaking out over this whole ordeal. I mean, losing his mind. Apparently, at one point, he called this person up, this phone number, and he screamed at them. He lost his mind on them. Now, our friend from the Pod Awful cult calls them, and this is what happens. They respond with the greatest thing that's ever been said, ever.
Okay. So, he was like, your name's not Sarah. Okay. Full disclosure, I'm a trans person.
James is being mistaken for a trans.
All right, I'm trans. I'm legally changing my name to Soren Stone.
No, you are not.
No, you're not. So James is listening to this call, and they can't hear him. And I do mean they can't hear him. But he is freaking out. He's stomping his feet. They're legally trans, and James's name is now tied to them.
It's like ranting and raving about it. I'm just warning you because I...
Oh my god, is that the guy that told me about the...
Yeah.
Okay. So, he was like, your name's not Sarah. Okay. Full disclosure, I'm a trans person. All right, I'm trans. I'm legally changing my name to Soren Stone.
No, you are not. You are fucking not.
I'm typing in sorenstone@gmail.com.
You idiot.
And, because that's why.
Okay. So this is the worst possible result for a Soren that has ever Sorened. This is the least based thing that has ever happened.
Yeah, that's based.
To James Soren Stone. He's extremely upset. I wasn't there for this. I missed out on this. I was told about it after the fact. And the moment it was revealed to me that the person stealing James's identity is trans. They're going from female to male. They're taking James over. I fell to the floor crying, laughing about this. Everything went gray. My vision went out. You can ask my wife. We were in bed and it hurt. It pained me to laugh so much because I knew in my bones that James would be so horrifically upset by this, particularly because it means James is now officially under TRANSvestigation. So this is Mistaken Identity, a TRANSvestigation. And if you'd like to see the full episode, we've got many calls to the brand new, and by the way, I call them the original Soren Stone.
It's a very nice plump brain you got going on today.
Thank you very much, James. If you'd like to hear the whole thing, join the Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. We don't have ads. We don't have sponsors. CBDX. We don't have any of these things. We don't have our own Patreon. We got kicked off of it, so we built our fucking own. Just fuck the internet. Fuck you. We're not allowed on anywhere. On the YouTube, on Twitter, anything. So we're just going to build our own. The Pizza Fund, podawful.pizza. Support the show. Get full premium episodes. You can join for as little as $1 and get immediate access to all those episodes that YouTube doesn't allow anymore. I just re-uploaded the Santa Cruz Joker fight, by the way, to the $1 level. But all the premium Wednesday shows are in the Pizza Fund at the $12 level. I hope to see you there. Podawful.pizza.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
Sorry, nigga.
I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show
This content right here
on the Pod Awful TV network.
is Pizza Fund's own.
Podawful.pizza.
This shit is beefer. You're listening to Howdy Do with J. Crew.
Podawful.pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.
Nigga.